Hi, collective. It's something to 10 at night, but I've got a lot on my mind, so I thought I'm going to bring it to the collective and get it off my chest. Um, I've been struggling a little bit today to kind of just walk through the ascension process with regards to just giving way to some of the energies and giving way to the different needs of the different personalities within me. If you can hear noise in the background, I'm currently at an apartment right now for my second born son's birthday. He was actually going to be 20 on Sunday, so it's quite an amazing time. He's so beautiful. I love him all to bits and pieces. To be fair, um, so the difficulty is that I've allowed, I don't know if allowed is the right word, but I've given way, if you like, for my inner child and my shadow side to kind of have a voice this week. Okay, so there's been lots of videos around me singing on Facebook and my Instagram page. If you aren't aware of that, go and check me out. My Instagram is called Pretty Like a Rose, um, or Asher Rose 1010, depending on which one you are. So basically, I'm trying to create a platform for each of my personalities to express themselves. So as you can imagine, there's five personalities, isn't there? And they all want to have a say. And to be honest, I wanna honor every single one of them because I believe that every single one of them should have a moment to express themselves. But boy, it's getting tough. So my inner child, Ashara, she wants to sing, and that is triggering the four other personalities within me because as far as they're concerned, I can't sing. So where's she going? So she's forcing us into an area where we just don't feel comfortable. But this is what she actually wants to do, and she's wanted to do it for years. So as I've kind of been trying to sit in her energy and understand her story, um, downloads, I've been getting visions, and downloads in terms of, so downloads, what is a download? Probably need to do a video on that. A download is when a thought comes into your head and you wasn't thinking anything about that. Okay, so it isn't the same, for example, as just yesterday or the morning of that day you was thinking about, I don't know, going to get oranges from the supermarket, and then later on a thought comes into your head, oh, I need to get oranges from the supermarket. No, that is not a download. Okay, that's a thought that you had before that has popped back in. Okay, because that was in your subconscious memory. A download comes from outside of yourself, so it's something more time that you wasn't thinking, probably hadn't thought about for a long time, but something comes to mind about a situation linked to that particular circumstance. So let me give you an example. Okay, so Ashara, Ashara wants to sing, doesn't she? So I've been having a conversation. We've been having a conversation with her. Ashara, come on, man. You know we can't sing. That's just for the shower. We just do it in the shower. That's our thing. And believe me, don't get it twisted. When we're in the shower, we hit the Whitney Houston notes, straight up. You get what I'm trying to say? Fuck me. And that's a safe place because there's no one there. Okay. Ashara takes care of bedtime with all of my five children. Okay, so bedtime, my children are very used to having their back tapped. Okay, so anyone who knows me again will know that when I'm tapping my kids back, it's a proper tough beating tap back situation because that's how they go to sleep, and that's how they've always gone to sleep since there was a baby. And even when they were born and they were tiny and I was trying to tap them a little bit, they wouldn't fall asleep until I started to kind of tap and rough them up, man. You know what I mean? And bounce with it, and then they're just knocked out. So because I'm there tapping their back anyway, I've always sang to the five of them. Okay, I've always sung, sorry, to the five of them. And so over the years they've learned these very traditional songs, and a lot of them kind of come from my childhood. So I'm not gonna go into song right now because Rosie just came in there and just said, "Don't you fucking dare." So I'm not gonna, because I don't want to upset anybody right now. Even though my inner child is screaming, "Let it go on, sing it, sing the song to them, sing this." No, we're not gonna sing the song, Ashara. Okay, behave. So all of my kids have been raised going to bed, being put to bed. Actually, my kids don't go to bed; they get put to bed. Um, and I tap their backs and I sing to them. Okay, and that's always been Ashara's platform. It's been very personal, it's been very intimate, and it has been very much about the kids. And she's enjoyed that, being an inner child. She's really enjoyed that because it's with the kids. We play, we tickle, I kiss their neck, I bite them up. Do you know what I mean? This is the usual practice. So again, the kids are really, they've become accustomed to mum singing either at bedtime and in the shower. So anyway, coming back to the download situation, Ashara was saying she wants to sing this week, and we were saying, I'm not sure about that. So a download came down of a time when I was in a Christmas school play and played an angel and had a solo part in this play. Now, I'm talking about my primary school. Okay, so I'm 40 years of age now, and I left primary school age nearly 11, well, about 11 I think I was, because obviously I'm born, well, not obviously, but because I'm a late birther. I left school in the year after I should have left school, if that makes sense, because the UK education system starts from September. So if you're not born before that date, you've got to go and do the other year, kind of thing. So anyway, at this Christmas event, like a Christmas musical, I had this lead part as an angel. And, I stood there, I had wings on, I was dressed in white, I had a halo. And then I like bust into song. And again, I have not had this for in, I don't know, nearly 30 years. And this week it came down to me. But not only did the thought come down to me to say Asha. So when I say a thought, it's a vision. Okay, so through in my mind, I saw that little girl standing on stage, and through her eyes, I saw the crowd looking at her. And when she started singing, I can see now the whole hall, the whole assembly hall, all the mums and dads and kids that was in the assembly hall just stood still. They just sat there staring at me. And I remember in my head as a child thinking, why are they staring at me? But I can't just drop the line now. I've got to keep singing. Okay. But not only did I remember that scene, the words of that song came back to me instantly. Now, there's no reason for me to remember this song. It was a one off Christmas play, it was a one off event. No stardom came from it. I didn't get, a record deal or anything like that. It was one song, the play had happened, and then that was it. It was the next day, and it was back to normal. But this week I had a download of me on that stage singing, dressed as an angel, singing with the voice of an angel, and everybody just sitting there looking at me in complete amazement. And that was divine showing us, as in the other four personalities, that don't you remember a time when you was a child and actually you had the confidence to stand on stage and sing? And you know, Ash- Ashtray was like, see, I told you. The rest of us was like, you know what? We were humbled. I'm not gonna lie, we were humbled. We were humbled because actually we could see, obviously it's one mind, five personalities. We're seeing the same thing. So this week I ended up miming over a song and posting it on TikTok, but it wasn't no singing song, it was just miming. And then obviously we've allowed her to record another video today. So go easy with her, go easy with her. But we've recorded another little video today of the song Mood Swings. And we've done half miming, and then, she's been allowed to do half singing. And, it's triggering. It is fucking triggering, honestly. It's so triggering. So I just kind of wanted to share that sometimes hashtag trigger challenge. You're just gonna have to feel the fear and do it anyway, because I want to honor every single personality. I want every single personality to have a voice. I want every single personality to express themselves. And I don't want anybody to feel embarrassed or ashamed about that. But I'm struggling. I really am. And I think the most person that I'm struggling with, even though the singing thing is terrifying, I think I'm scared of showing the world my shadow side. You know what I mean? That's terrifying me because it's so polar opposite to the image that I want, that I choose to portray. Okay. I like sitting in either divine feminine energy, and that's my mummy energy, my nurturing energy, my loving energy, my cooking energy. And I like sitting in Asha energy, me, the boss lady that gets shit done and knows her stuff, and I don't know if I'm ready to be anybody else just yet because I'm comfortable and I feel safe. I feel like I know what I'm doing, but at the same time, my divine feminine is on the settee because she's worn out. You know what I'm saying? So actually, she doesn't want to do anything. she just wants to be taken out. You know what I mean? And wined and dined. And why not? Why not? Um, and Asha's at a point where she's at a signet curve, and she's burning boats, man. She ain't going back to work as far as she's concerned. If it's up to her, fuck it. Because I feel like I've reached the height in my career. I mean, where do you go after deputy, Senko, head teacher, education consultant? What next? What next? Nothing. There's nowhere else to go. She's done it all. She's reached the top, and it's kind of like, what now? And she does that. She smashes it. She gets to the top and it's something else. She gets to the top and it's something else. And I'm fucking bored, to be honest. I'm bored. I'm bored with education. I'm bored with the education system, to be fair. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of watching it fail these kids time and time and time again. And I'm tired of seeing the same systems over and over again. And I'm tired of seeing the same confusion over again. 1 minute it's linear, then it's module, then it's GCSEs A to B, GCSEs 1 to 9. Then we're doing exams, then we're not doing exams. And this policy change, honestly, it's so up and down. There's no structure whatsoever. COVID's come in and ripped everything apart anyway. But being in school at the moment is a tough place to be, whether you are a child, a member of staff, or a part of the SLT. The education arena is tough because there is just so much confusion. There's so much confusion at the moment. And to be honest, I don't want to be in that energy anymore. It's boring. I think when you become so good at something, there's no challenges. When you can do something in your sleep, there's no challenges. And if there's no challenges, what's the point? But at the same time, out of the fire into the frying pan, because now I'm on this trigger challenge, aren't I? Where I'm constantly being triggered by these different personalities. So as I was saying, I'm really terrified about introducing Sasha to the world because she is my shadow side and she's remained in the dark. Okay, I mean, don't get me wrong. When it comes to defending me, when it comes to protection, etc., feeling disrespected, etc., she's out there. But actually, her as a personality, no. I was really, really terrified because, I posted a post today of a tiny little video on my, on my other social media platform of a snapshot of Asha just literally biting her finger, putting her finger in her mouth and taking it out. And it's the response to it has been so, if you ever see the phone calls and the messages, and I'm just like, no, Rosa and Asha, they don't want that attention. They don't need male attention. They don't, does that make sense? They're not interested. I'm not looking for male attention. They're looking for a divine masculine, someone who has gone through the healing process, someone who has healed, someone who knows what the F they're doing. Sasha's energy is bringing some MFs out of the closet. Does that make sense? And the attention is coming in thick and fast, and it's triggering me. It's triggering me because I've got childhood issues around that. Growing up, I had a mom that has a story. Okay, she has a story, and part of her story and a part of her trauma, whatever that trauma may have been, reflected on me in the way of, don't tell her she's pretty. Okay, so if anybody says to me, oh my God, or said, ask Janet, what my mom's name, Janet. If anybody said, Jay, your daughter's pretty, my mom would be instantly in there, don't tell her that. You know what I mean? Don't tell her that. Okay? And then she would say things like, pretty girls have dirty underneath. So I was like, I ain't pretty because I ain't got no dirty underneath. So I never wanted to be pretty. I've never ever wanted to be pretty. I mean, these videos that you see me coming out with now, or whatever, it's never been me. I've been happy in the shadows. I'm absolutely fine with the shadows. In fact, I've gone out my way to small up myself. I've gone out my way to hide my light and my power because I recognize that it's intimidating, and I recognize that sometimes it's received wrong, and I recognize sometimes it's received the wrong attention, which I don't want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of. I don't need that. I've experienced what the wrong attention does as a child. Why would I want to experience that now as an adult? And these are the triggers that I'm having because Sasha, she deserves a platform. She deserves to have a say. Why should she be put in the corner? And I was talking to my mate today. He took me out for a lovely meal, which was beautiful. And that was lovely because my divine feminine loved it. She loves to be wined and dined. She loves good wine. Her favorite wine is Sauvignon Blanc. And if you don't know it, get yourself a bottle, okay? But a good one, okay? Don't get the Tesco one. So spend a bit of money on yourself. Get yourself a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc, New Zealand. Okay, it's divine. So she loves all of that. So she went out this week and she had a really good time. But like I said, these personalities are being triggered by Sasha because Sasha wants to book out and I'm not ready to book out. We don't book out. We're respectable people. I'm a head teacher. For God's sake, I'm a consultant. I go into schools and work with kids. I can't be booking out. And that's the difficult that I'm having. How do I allow, my inner child, Ashtray, and my shadow side / divine masculine express themselves in a safe way that isn't going to destroy the reputation of the others? And again, the others have worked really hard to get to where they are. Asha, have worked really hard to get to where I'm going. And all I keep hearing from Divine is, Asha, we're burning boats. It's not about self-harming. We're going to let every single one of these personalities, shine. You've got no intention of going back into education. Perhaps no intention of going back into the professional arena. Perhaps, I don't know. I don't know where this ascension journey is going to take me. And this is why we're walking it together, aren't we? So they're saying, if you're never going to go back into the corporate world, what does it matter? But it does matter. It matters to me. What people think of me matters to Asha because she's very much in the public eye. She's the professional. It is about reputation, and she has taken a long time to build a solid reputation. Where I live and the area that I work in, and Birmingham, UK, whatever. I'm well known. I'm well known in my field. I'm well known in the community. And she's straight lace. She don't play. She wears power dresses, power suits. She don't play. She don't entertain none of that nonsense. She don't even entertain banter in the workplace. Do you know what I'm saying? There's people that have tried to take a conversation somewhere, and the minute they hint on that, her level of authority just comes out and says, I don't play that game. So for her to come from such a high, I'm going to say pedestal, do you know what I mean? I've put myself in terms of my career and my reputation on a pedestal, and I'm terrified of it coming crumbling down. And all I keep hearing from spirit and the divine is that, Asha, it's all a fucking illusion. None of it matters. None of it matters. The education system is an illusion. It was there to corrupt and co-host all of us into this systematic 9 to 5 matrix BS so we could all conform. Why would you still want to be a part of that? That's the education system. And I know it's right. I truly do believe that. I do. Even as, someone in education, I'm not even in education now actually, but even someone who's gone through the whole process of education from nursery right the way up to PhD. As I said, I take it to the top. Anything I do, and I get to, my mission is to kill it. And now I'm having to come to terms with actually, Sasha wants to come out the box, and she's been buried in the garden for a while. Rosa had her time for 16 years in a divine feminine, relationship with 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 someone who was, you know, it was complex, let's put it that way. And I've had my time, you know, I've had my time. Obviously, I didn't fall out the sky and become a head teacher or an education consultant. It took time to get there, it took training. So obviously I've had years in that energy. She's never had a moment. She's never had a public moment, at least, you know, and it would be unfair for her not to. So I posted a video tonight anyway, like I said, called Sorry Not Sorry, because she ain't fucking sorry. In fact, she just wants to smash up the place, and I'm like, no, no, no. You know, I'm gonna hold her at bay. Um, I'm working through it. I'm really, really working through it. And again, we're working through it because we're doing it together. Okay, so what I'm saying is, oh, it's a trigger challenge. It's a fucking a trigger challenge. So here we go. Okay, here we go. So I guess I'm just forewarning everybody that the badass, the bad bitch Sasha, she's coming out. So just bear with her. Just bear with her. If anything, I'll put little notices up saying this is not PG. Okay, it's not. Um, or maybe I just need to give her her own complete platform, which is private. I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to work this, but what I do know is that there is a Lilith energy coming out in Sasha. So as I said in my other video, Lilith was Jesus's first wife, wasn't she? And she was made equal. And again, they had an argument because she wanted to be on top. And Sasha wants to be on top. She wants to be on top right now. And she's, you know, she's being patient, and she's still being patient. But believe me, she's starting to tap her feet and tap at the walls. And I don't know how long I could hold her down for. So, Jesus, divine, most high, Elohim, Anunnaki, I beg on her. Please, just take your time with me, because I am trying. I really am trying, and I want to commit to it. I don't want to come on this journey and be a fussy. I don't want to come on this journey and not speak 100% truth. I want to be 100% authentic. And so far I have been. Okay. And I want to be able to continue that. I want to be able to look back on this and say, yeah, that is a real reflection of how I was feeling at that time. So on that note, collective, I just want to wish you a beautiful night, okay? Because it is beautiful. This morning, the sun was out. I hope you all got to stand in the light, because as I said, we are moving from a moon cycle into a sunshine cycle, and it definitely is your time to shine. So keep on shining. Until we meet again, take care. Bye-bye.